Welcome to another movie plot and enjoy the memories. We open at a diner with a young couple on their way to Las Vegas to elope. Charlie's nervous because his fiancée Rachel told her mom about their plan, so now he thinks she called the cops on them. This officer doesn't give a crap and just enjoys his game while the couple nervously leave in Charlie's pizza delivery Pinto. Sergeant Coincidence just happens to leave in the same direction, so Charlie takes a side street to make sure they're not being followed. Realizing he's just being overdramatic, the two begin making out in front of their dog Ben, who doesn't look happy about it. This isn't a place to lose one's cherry, so Rachel tells him to put it away and they continue driving to the Last Chance gas station. For whatever reason, Charlie decides to park on the wrong side of the pump, forcing the friendly harbinger Sam to do the runabout. They fill up the tank on $8 and get told not to sleep on the side of the road until after they pass a pair of Joshua trees. Assuming that he's just crazy, Rachel takes a nap, which is fair enough, but then Charlie nods off behind the wheel. He almost crashes into a billboard, getting the attention of a demon patrolling a portal to the underworld named Sergeant Bedlam. The Hellcop kidnaps wayward virgins like Rachel and delivers them to the devil while knocking out boyfriends and loyal pets along the way. He puts his latest catch in handcuffs and drives away while Charlie wakes up and returns to Sam like, what the hell was that about? Sam says, "I warned you," then proceeds to tell him the important details that would have helped about 10 minutes ago. His wife Clara was taken by Hellcop and that woman could work the hell out of a hot glue gun. Just look at this seashell shotty that she made. Sam chose to open up this gas station to warn people in the most vague way possible and gives Charlie the gun. He says he must find Rachel before she's taken to Hell City and gives him a Ford V8 from the 40s because the Pinto sucks. Charlie begins doing laps between the Joshua trees trying to summon the cop, but when he pulls the shotty on him, it turns out to be a real officer. Now a wanted criminal, he speeds off and hits well over 88 miles per hour before Charlie disappears through a portal into hell. It's a vast desert that he begins searching for Bedlam, who pulls over at Pluto's diner because he assumes he isn't being followed. The cook fries up meals on the scorching pavement while inside decaying patrons wait forever for their orders. Bedlam is the only one who gets service, so another cop tries to make fun of him, but the demon's gun sends him to the void. While he's distracted, Rachel uses hot coffee to escape her handcuffs, but nobody, especially the brain-dead cook, is going to help her. She runs into the desert with the Hellcop in pursuit, but a bikie gang surrounds Rachel because they're apparently a thing in hell. Their leader Royce is a creepy adopted son of Satan, while his girlfriend Clara hasn't aged a day since she was taken away from Sam. When Hellcop arrives, Royce cuts him a deal to return the girl, but now Bedlam owes this guy a favor later in the movie. Nearby, Charlie pulls up to ask an obvious trap for directions and she promises to show him the way to Hell City among other things. She says so long as they can bring her friend, but he's a murderous ice cream man that tries to scoop out Charlie's brains. Unable to shake him from the deluxe, Charlie pulls over and blows the head off whatever that thing was. He pulls up to Pluto's diner to ask for help, but Royce makes Charlie a deal to release him for a favor like the Hellcop. This guy makes more deals than the devil himself and lets Charlie go so that he can catch up with Bedlam down the road. He begins trying to ram him off the road before they reach Hell City while Rachel wrestles with the cop from the back seat. Bedlam just knocks her out and blows a few holes in the deluxe, then escapes in style by going straight through an exploding truck. Charlie, on the other hand, rolls off the road with his car shot to hell when suddenly a tow truck shows up out of nowhere. The driver seems nice, but his name is Beezle and he has a young kid with him named Adam who he's adopted as his own. They all go back to his workshop and Beezle says that Hellcop only abducts virgins, so Charlie says he must have made a mistake because they did it last night in his Pinto. With the car repaired and getting back on the road, the little kid clings to the side of the car until we pull up at a checkpoint. He then jumps in and says that his whole family was slaughtered by Hellcop, so he wants to help get revenge. They find Bedlam at a casino featuring various historical dead dudes like Attila the Hun, Cleopatra, and some Austrian painter. Charlie finds Rachel being kept in a cage while Bedlam's out back getting a lap dance or something, but he's a quick finisher. The shotgun is useless against him and he just takes it off Charlie to blow a hole in his chest, then continues his trip with Rachel. Charlie is still considered living, so he could die in this moment, but Beezle wanders up and says that he can repair anything. That includes a broken heart, and a few hours later Charlie is as good as new and looking for round 2 with the Hellcop. The condition of healing Charlie is that Adam must remain with Beezle, so we continue without the annoying little kid. Charlie begins to get harassed by the bikers on the drive, but he follows Hellcop down a road that even they fear to travel. It leads to Bedlam's home, situated inside some sandstone caves, where Clara rides up just to give us a warning. However, it's as vague and useless as her harbinger husband, so Charlie completely ignores it and enters a cave door. Hellcop's interior decorating might be the most horrific thing he's ever done, and that includes tying Rachel to a bed. Before Charlie can untie her, Rachel's already asking for some nookie because Satan won't touch her if someone beats him to it. Hearing Bedlam approaching, Charlie puts it away again and prepares to fire, but Kool-Aid Cop comes bursting through the wall. He throws Charlie around but gets his gun knocked out of his hand and foolishly throws the boy right beside it. The artifact even warps the Hellcop to the void, leaving behind only his assortment of Charlie's future eBay listings. Rachel is still in the mood to lose her virginity, and blood doesn't seem to bother her because she's actually a demonic succubus. Charlie sees the reflection of her real form, so she attacks him and wraps what I hope is her tail around his neck. This lucky kid just keeps landing beside weapons and picks up a piece of broken glass to cut off the devilish appendage. He then shotguns demonic Rachel down a hole in the bed, but as he leaves, everything belonging to Bedlam disappears. They return to him on the highway to hell with Rachel in the backseat watching a commercial about beer from the River Styx. Charlie joins them in searching for a way to reach Hell City and follows the cop car into a tunnel, but they disappear at a dead end. He tries to sneak across the River Styx with the recently deceased, but a three-headed claymation dog guards the way. The brave Ben just walks over and pisses on the Hellhound's turf, so a distracted Cerberus allows Charlie to sneak past. Because Charlie isn't dead, he doesn't need to pay a fare, but the ferryman Karen says that once he enters he can never return. He tells him to hop off before the rest of the passengers and warns him not to trust even the friendliest of Hell's residents. We finally arrive at Hell City and Charlie makes it to the tower in the center, which looks like a Civil War museum inside. He's chased by the dead into Satan's office, where he finds Rachel, and this time it's the real thing. However, she's being tempted with the life of a famous violinist instead of a mundane one with Charlie. Before the two can escape, the devil enters and says that she isn't going anywhere, so Rachel asks if he ever felt love. Satan says that he's known God's love and decides to let them leave under the very Greek condition that they don't look back. He knows that she'll just end up down here eventually, but the moment Charlie looks back, all of Hell's residents begin chasing them, so it could be sooner than she thought. The pair steal Bedlam's Ford, which Rachel knows how to hotwire, and drive straight out the side of the tower and down to the dead-end off-ramp. Charlie then shoots the engine and they take Sam's car back down the wrong way of the highway looking for a way out. Bedlam finds mechanics fixing his car, so he thanks them for their help and chases the living all the way back to the repair shop. It's now another tower and Beezle steps out dressed like Hugh Hefner to reveal he's really the devil, and big shocker. He abducted Adam after killing his parents and says that the living couple can leave hell but the boy stays here. Charlie makes a deal that if he can beat Hellcop in a race they get to take Adam, but if he loses the devil can have Rachel. That was her addition. Charlie didn't just blindside her with it, and Beelzebub agrees because the whole world is going to hell anyway. However, Royce and his gang show up as he's also interested in getting out of here and has a big tantrum as the eldest of the devil's children. Clara tells the kids to say hi to Sam while the devil makes Charlie one final offer to become quarterback for the Rams. It might have worked if he had set a different team, but the 49ers fan takes off towards the finish line with the Hellcop right behind him. Royce's daddy issues overload when Satan calls him a disappointment, so he says he's leaving hell and inserts himself into the race. Clara goes along for the ride and he cashes in that favor with Hellcop forcing him to put away his weapon and let Royce overtake him. However, Charlie says screw our deal and refuses to let him win, so Royce uses his sword to begin poking at the deluxe. Clara wraps her scarf around this Beelzebaby's face and they both go careening off a cliff, where Clara gives us the thumbs up but Royce doesn't look too hot. Now Bedlam catches up to the pair but isn't interested in escaping hell and just wants to prevent Charlie and Rachel from. He's still immune to the bullets, so Adam says that you need to shoot the glasses to destroy Hellcop, which he could have said before the casino. Rachel drops their last bullet, but when grabbing it notices that this car has a nitro system that Sam forgot to mention. They activate it and go flying out of range of Bedlam straight through the finish line portal and back to Earth. No time has passed and the real cop from earlier is waiting to arrest Charlie, who couldn't be happier about it. Suddenly the cop out of hell comes crashing through the billboard and is going against the devil's orders because he's pissed off. He tanks the officer's bullets, then tosses him aside and slams Charlie against the car, who in return cracks his glasses. As Bedlam prepares to send this little brat back to hell, Rachel finds the last bullet and shoots him in the face. She destroys his shady source of power and the demon explodes right out of his shoes, finally leaving the couple alone. According to the scroll at the end they get married, but the most important thing is that Ben gets a dog food commercial. And the movie ends.